Welcome back. Here we are. Good morning. Thanks for joining us today. We are going to give me a moment while I pull this up. All right. Good morning and welcome back to another WCN Live here in the Wilson County News Break Room. My name is Kristen Weaver, Director of Operations.
I'm Brandy Hawkins, Customer Service Representative.
And I'm Master Rusty Duncan, owner of Duncan's Martial Arts.
Thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We want to thank our sponsor, Price Way, which includes the dealerships Price, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep, and Richardson Brothers Chevrolet here in Floresville. The dealerships are located side by side on 181. They have all the makes and models that you need. You can shop cars, careers, and they have a huge service department. So please check them out, those dealerships. And thank you, Priceway, for being our WCN Live sponsor. Next, we have our comment contest. So let me explain that. Every WCN Live we invite you to post a comment while we're live, and then your name will be entered into our drawing the next week. So right now we're going to have Rusty draw us a winner.
Nice. Oh, let's see what we got here. Let's see.
Okay. The winner is, if I could keep it, Jessica Rodriguez Green.
Oh, Jessica, congratulations. She's our winner. Great. Yeah, so y'all be sure to post your comments, and good morning to all of you. Thank you for joining us. And also, while we're having our interview with Rusty here, if you have any questions, please enter them in. We look forward to sharing your feedback as well. And I guess let's get started. So today we have Master Rusty Duncan, and introduce yourself again. Tell us a little about you, who you are, and where you're from.
Okay, well, my name is Master Rusty Duncan. I own Duncan's Martial Arts in Stockdale. Originally from Corpus Christi. I moved up here in 2002, and I've been up here ever since and been teaching martial arts ever since. I started martial arts when I was 5 years old. My father was one of the grandmasters for Japanese Kempo Karate. And when he started doing it in the garage, I started doing it with him. And so at 5 years old, I started it, and I've been doing it ever since. And I've studied in multiple martial arts to just keep the fun up, And I've originally settled down with Taekwondo. It seems to be what everybody knows. If you say Kempo Karate or something like that, people don't know what it is. If you say Taekwondo, it's known across the world.
Yeah.
So I've stuck around with Taekwondo, and still doing it to this day.
Wonderful. Great. So then tell us the history of your martial arts school. It originated in Stockdale?
Originated in Corpus. And then, of course, I met somebody, moved up here, and started doing martial arts. And it was very small. I would do it in just various places, from little metal buildings to inside the volunteer fire department, community buildings. And then I ended up buying a shed outside of my house, started doing it outside of my house. We would go to the city park, anywhere I could find.
Yeah.
If there were students willing to train, I was willing to train them.
Nice.
And so, of course, after the shooting in Sutherland Springs, I decided to go full time. And that's when I literally got into my first commercial building. And that was in 2017. And I've been doing it ever since in Stockdale, full time.
Great.
And so that's where I'm at right now.
Okay. So talk about the different types or the services that you offer your students.
So we offer Taekwondo. We start off with, everybody comes in as a white belt, and I'll tell you about the programs we have and what we offer. So we start them off in the intro program. They come on, and they try out the class for 6 weeks and see if they like it. If they like it, then we sign them up for a basic or a leadership program. A basic program is just twice a week. And it's just what you need to know from kicks and punches and blocks and forms, just kind of to move up in rank. Then we offer a leadership program, and they're more dedicated to getting their black belt. Those students will do everything from demos to weapons training, helping out in the community as much as possible, fundraising, and what we can do to help out the school. And they're very dedicated. And so we decided to also throw in a few other things. We got a sister school outside of San Antonio, shirts and some other areas, and they do Kung Ju Masu. It sounds funny.
Wow.
And that's a mixture of Taekwondo and Kung Fu mix.
Cool.
It's kind of where Taekwondo originated from.
Okay.
And so we sister up with them, and now we're offering Tai Chi. We found an instructor for Tai Chi, and a lot of, middle-aged to older people really like Tai Chi because you're not having to sit there and put on the pads and spar full blown or anything like that. And so our Tai Chi instructor is actually offering free classes for the month of March.
Oh, wow.
Just to kind of get it going. And so I think that's pretty neat.
Well,
I
talk a
think they're
little more
doing it on
about it.
Saturdays.
What is it exactly?
Tai Chi is kind of like a Kung Fu.
Okay.
It's very graceful moving, and they use weapons as well.
Okay.
So it ain't like you're sitting there, throwing really hard punches and kicks.
Okay.
It's really something that just kind of flows, and they work on your breathing and flexibility and stuff like that, along with working with weapons. So it's really fun. And, if you're 65, 70 years old, it's not killing them,
It sounds like it's really good for your body.
It really is. It helps out a lot. And it'll help out with the breathing, the flexibility. If you're having trouble walking, this is something good for them.
Movement. Yeah.
So
it builds strength.
it definitely
Absolutely.
does. I think they're doing it at 3 o'clock on Saturdays from here on out at my school in
Nice.
Stockdale.
Okay.
And so they're more than welcome to message me on Messenger
Right.
anytime.
Okay. Yeah, and that's Facebook. We can find you at Master
Duncan's Martial Arts
Right.
on Facebook. Our website will be up later this week.
Wonderful.
And that it'll be going live whenever we open up our next
Yeah.
school.
Great, great. Well, talk a little about a lot of what you see. I've seen your post, the activity that you have is some competitions and events and things like that.
Yeah. So, well, coming up, we have the career day at the Floresville ISD, and we'll have some leadership students going over there and talking to the students and whatnot, and trying to get them involved. And then I believe next would be the Home and Garden Show in March. And we'll put on a couple shows there. We encourage everybody to come out and check it out because our shows are really, really neat.
They are.
The kids love them. The adults love them. And then we have a tournament coming up in April in Corpus. So we do tournaments about every 3 months.
Okay.
And it's not for everybody. Some people like to do them, some people don't. So if they like to do them, then we train real hard for that.
Great.
We also do fundraising for tournaments and equipment and whatnot. We do come across some students that have trouble going to tournaments. They can't afford it, so we try to do fundraisers to help out with that. But our main fundraisers that we have coming up is I got a raffle on Facebook right now. It's 50 spots for $25. And I am giving away a 2-day, 3-night airfare and stay in Las Vegas.
Neat.
So you need to go on my page and get your numbers quick.
Yeah, because the deadline is pretty
Well,
soon.
as soon as I get it full, we're going to do the
You're
raffle.
gonna- okay.
So,
sell them now.
but I believe
Got
it's sometime in March. I need to look it up
Yeah.
again. So we have that as well. Our tournament will be hosted August 17th at the Floresville Event Center.
Great.
So we have that coming up, and so yeah, we have quite a few things coming up that we try to stay busy, keep everything going strong.
Really sounds like it. Brandy, do you have any?
You mentioned another school opening up.
Yes. So I'm actually on my way today to go sign the lease for our new school here in Floresville. So we're really excited about that. We're going to be at the old Warriors gym by Tractor Supply, and it's 7,100 square feet. We're going to be offering Taekwondo. We'll be offering tumbling, and hopefully later on it'll be competitive cheer. So we'll be in there hopefully this coming week, putting the floors down, painting, getting everything put in, and then we're going to be advertising a lot for it to get these kids and adults signed up for this.
Yeah.
So so it'll be taekwondo, tumbling, and later on cheer.
Right. So talk about the benefits of your child training and learning this a little bit.
So we concentrate big time on respect. We like our students to make sure they go to school, be respectful to their teachers, to get good grades. In today's world, we have literally lost that. The word "yeah" really agitates me. Yeah. So when a student says "yeah" to me, they're going to be doing push-ups. So our instructors really push our students for the respect. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. It's not just to us. It's for anybody they come in contact with. They need to get that respect down. And, if they start respecting themselves, they'll start respecting everybody else. And when you respect somebody else, the other person will look at you a lot higher, and now they're not used to it no more. Even the adults are not used to it. I've actually come across some adults that are, when we say yes, ma'am, they're like, oh no, you don't say that to me. They feel old. So, but we encourage our students to carry on that respect and to discipline themselves to do it. So, we really encourage our students to stay involved with the school as much as possible with keeping their mind and body trained with that respect and discipline. So it looks good on us and looks good on them later in life when they go to apply for a job or anything.
Oh, yeah.
It shows. So our school also helps out big time in bringing somebody out of their shell. We got a lot of kids in there that are just so shy of taking that first step on the mat or don't even like being in front of people. Come in a few classes and I guarantee you that'll all change. We try to get our kids out there with groups to work well with groups. And then eventually, without them even knowing, we're actually putting them in front of the class. And they're actually helping instruct or teach. And then later on, they don't even know they're doing it. And then they're able to get up in front of a crowd after that, and even go further. So, and then it takes that nervousness away a little bit. It's that to always be there when you're in front of somebody.
Yeah.
But for the most part, they'll be more comfortable with it. So if your kid is shy, or they're having trouble making friends or whatever, we can definitely help out with that. Because our school is definitely very friendly, family oriented. I mean, we really strive on keeping everybody together and helping bring people out of their shell and exploring the world. So,
Great.
Yeah, we have fun doing that.
And what are the benefits, I guess, to the training itself, like on the body? Or is there anything to say to that?
Well, I've had several students that come in that maybe have had a stroke. Matter of fact, one of my older students, he had a stroke, and he came in. When he came to me, he was walking with a walker. He could barely walk. He'd come in every now and then with a cane, just limping real bad. Now he's not using a cane or a walker. He's actually, you can still see he's had a stroke, but you can tell the difference.
Wow.
And he can actually fight now. So
That's amazing.
you have people that have had knee surgeries, arm surgeries, or whatever, and just knowing how to work out your body without killing them, it makes a big difference.
Wow. So
yes, it absolutely helps out. And we're very focused on the self-defense. So from personal use or law enforcement or whatever it is, we can definitely do hand-to-hand training, one-on-one training, or whatever it is you need. But our main focus is by far self-defense, because that's what martial arts is all about.
Okay.
But what people get lost in is, without the discipline and the respect, martial arts is nothing.
Yeah.
So we do get a lot of cocky people that come in there, would tell me about their fights they've had in the past or whatever. I'm not interested in it. I'm interested in what you're going to bring to the table. So what reflection are you going to have on my school? What reflection are you going to have with these students? Can you help me? Can you help these students? So that's what I'm interested in.
Wow.
So if you're willing to change your life for the better, well, then our school is where you need to be.
That's amazing. That's amazing. You want to read some of the comments?
Yes.
Okay.
Heather Burleson says, my son loves Master Duncan's martial arts, a wonderful school, with a smiley emoji with lots of hearts.
Yes, we love
All the
Hudson.
feels.
Hudson is amazing.
Aw.
He actually just joined our leadership group, and now he's on our demo team, and he's doing weapons now. This kid, I believe he's 7 years old. He stands about yay tall. He's just the most awesome little kid. He's one of the most dedicated kids that we have in our class. He's very strong, very committed, and very awesome. We love that kid.
At such a young age.
Yes.
Amazing.
Very exciting what his future holds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alyssa Arnett Cerns says, such an effective way to help kids become self-confident, respectful, kind human beings who recognize and care for others.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Norma Jackson just said, being at the school has changed my daughter and I for the better. We take classes together, and this has become our second family.
Yes,
Oh, neat.
both of them are in our class, and his daughter started a little before him, and so she's actually a brown belt right now. She'll be going for her red belt, which is, well, like I said, one of the hardest tests that we do. It's a very long test.
Wow.
And Norman, I believe, just tested for his intermediate level. So it's really awesome when you have a father and daughter, or
Amazing.
mother and daughter. I have another couple in there that's daughter and mother, and so.
So you have a place for everyone.
Yes, and the thing is, they train together. So we have that opportunity for them to come in and train together instead of having to wait for different class times. They can go in there and train with them, and just get it out of the way and do something as a family. We have a big family in our class, a couple big families in our school that do it all together. Matter of fact, two of the ones that just tested for the red belt are son and father, and the daughter will be testing in 3 months for her red belt. The mother, I'm sorry, I'm gonna take it back. So the son and father tested for their high red belt, which is the last red belt before black belt. Their other youngest son tested for his red belt about 4 months ago. The daughter tested for a red belt with the other brother, and the mother is still in our intermediate group. So the whole family's involved in it.
That's great.
So pretty soon I'm gonna have a whole group of black belts, and
Very
it's pretty
cool.
awesome.
Very
Yes.
cool. How
So it's a
many how many instructors do you have?
That's there full time. I think we have we only have 4 black belts that are there full time. We have more black belts that come in 2 days a week or whatever.
And use the training.
And then a lot of our advanced students, the red belts and brown belts, they come in on a nightly basis to come in and instruct. They need instruction hours in order to test.
Okay.
So it's really hard for a lot of people to come out of their shell. Like I said, well, at this brown belt, red belt stage, they got to come out of their shell.
Wow.
So we kind of forced them into that. Hey, now you got to teach this to these students, and so I believe that in order to know something better, you got to teach it. And if you can teach it, then you know it better. So we give them the paper and say, "Here you go teach it." So now they gotta figure out, well, how do you learn, and how do you learn?
Amazing.
Both of y'all are not gonna learn the same way. So if I'm sitting there telling you how to do something, neither one of y'all are getting it. I gotta think, well, how am I gonna make these two people learn? So you gotta think, you gotta use your mind. So it's definitely challenging. If you got 100 students, there's not one person that learns the same. So last weekend we tried to figure out. We set them into groups there in our leadership. We said, okay, well, I have 4 instructors. I need you to go teach them. And what I want to see is, are they visual learners? Are they learners by just memory? Can they just listen? So we separated them and said, all I want you to do is, I want you to instruct them, but all I want you to do is talk to them. Don't show them anything. Just do it by words and see how well they respond. And then this group, she would do it first and then let them do it without helping them. And then the next group would actually be the physical, where I'm going to get involved. I'm going to have to show you. I'm going to, help you out and whatnot, and see which one works best for these students. And we had them rotating in different groups to figure it out. And you'd be surprised that how many students are more physical, how many students are more visual, or how many students I can do it by listening. I got a student that has photographic memory. I can show it to you one time, I got it. Well, I'm not.
Wow.
I got to do something 1,000 times before I learn it.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot of training for me. So
That's amazing.
and then they can take this on the outside world. I mean, what if later on they're managers or somewhere? Well, this employee is not going to learn the same way as this employee, and you are definitely not going to do things the same. So what works best for y'all to help my business out? And that's what we're all about, helping you.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Well, let's let's circle back to where you're going to be at our big event, the Home and Garden Show.
Oh, yes. Love it.
So the South Texas Home and Garden Show is set for Saturday, March 23rd in Floresville, and one of the exciting events we have is your group.
I really appreciate that. Yeah, my students love it, and it's really awesome because the whole day they're entertained. I got to go find everybody when it comes time to the show, because
that's true.
there's so many booths out there, and I think the fun thing is we bought a lot of stuff from there, and I didn't spend that much money. Like, it was really good.
Wow,
The people there were
great.
really amazing.
Yeah, some great vendors.
I think I got newspaper for life, because my kids won so many
Yeah.
times with the newspaper. So, I want to thank you for that.
That's cool.
And then they got really involved with the plants and, just the different things around that, learning about bees and whatnot, So my students and kids really love this event. And but they really love performing in front of everybody
That's
there.
exciting.
So
And
a lot of fun.
it is definitely something to see. You definitely want to come and check out their group. You can learn a lot that day, like he said, and we'll have 2 performances, right? Is
At
it
least
2?
two.
At least 2 performances, like a morning and an afternoon, and we should have more of that schedule lined up.
Shortly.
Yeah, we're looking at that information going out into the newspaper next week and really rolling that out, because we have some exciting things that are taking shape. But really happy to have you here today to talk about your school and all the exciting things you have going on. And we look forward to seeing you
Absolutely.
again. So remind everyone where they can go to learn more about.
So I'm located at 402 West Main Street in Stockdale, right next to Anytime Fitness. And my number is 830-216-3354. Or you can visit me on Master Duncan's Martial Arts on Facebook.
Great.
And again, we're going to be opening up a second location right next to, right in the shopping center of Tractor Supply, at the old Warrior Gym. And so we'll get all that information out there, hopefully starting this afternoon or tomorrow.
Can't wait to see all that shape up. And also you can find your studio is tagged in the description of this video, so we've got you there. I guess that really wraps up our conversation today.
Awesome.
We really appreciate you coming.
Absolutely love it.
Yes, and we want to thank our sponsor, The Price Way, which includes the dealerships Price, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep, and Richardson Brothers Chevrolet here in Floresville. Their dealerships are located on 181. You can shop all the makes and models, as well as a huge service department, and careers as well. So show them some love. They're also tagged in this description, and we look forward to being on again next Wednesday, where we'll be here at 10 o'clock. So we hope you'll join us, and thank you all.
Absolutely. Thank y'all.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Yeah, have a good day.
Yeah.